everybody, welcome back to the channel, the VTech S10 channel. My name's Eric, for those of you that don't know. People have been asking me to do a new update on this thing. I'll kind of go over some of the basics of what we got. This is an 89 Chevy S10. My best friend's dad bought this new off the lot in 89. Owned it ever since. It went through a couple of our buddies. I actually had a nitrous Mustang Fox body and then a Pro-Charged New Edge. Sold all that, was looking for a new project. This became available. Needed rockers, cab corners, floor pans, doors. Actually, the only thing original on the truck is the cab. I bought the doors, rust-free doors, bought new fenders for it. Bought the Racer's Edge composites fiberglass hood. I'm going to be running their Pro Street Outlaw front air dam, as well as the rear tailgate, just fiberglass, and we'll be painting that off. It's got a set of 15 by 12 Champion D locks on 28 10.5 tire, which we are, that's about ride height right there. A friend of mine, John Morgan Formans, he's going to be building the rear end. We're running a 33-inch TRZ ladder bar setup, coilovers, obviously. Tank in the back, 15-gallon E85. The only thing that's going to be inside the truck, we got the seats, we got a Hurst quarter stick. It's going to have a nice cage in it, digital dash. Probably going to be moving towards a Holly setup if I can figure out how to do it, but shout out to Ben Bradfield. He's done it, and he told me he can make it work. So we're probably going to end up going that route, but a little more about the truck for people that don't know. This is a Honda J35A4 bottom end, J32A2 heads. It's mated to a Turbo 400. It's going to be running twins right behind the grill, some 3582s or BS Racing 66 something. We're not quite sure yet. It's just we're doing this as we go. The front half has been tubed as well. We had to cut the factory cross member out, make our own cross member out the front. What you see here is going to be up, well, quite a bit. It's going to have a real nice stance to it. The biggest thing we're trying to do is get this thing in paint, and it's probably not going to happen by the end of this year. So we've kind of switched our mentality to get this thing as a roller again, because while we cut the tail end out of it, we actually tubbed it ourselves. We narrowed the stock frame rails. We cut them and brought them in 6 inches a piece, so it's been narrowed 12 inches. Stock frame rails. We built our own little setup for that. And I'll grab the camera here in a second and see if I can show you, some of what we got going on. It's getting pretty close. It is about ready for paint. Let me see. Not sure if you can see in there, but that's the V6 and the tube front end. It's only got a little bit of body mud on there from where I was sanding all that. Gonna have to the firewall's coming out. We're gonna shave that firewall down, bring it back. It's gonna be flat to make plenty of room. We are going to run the cage coming out of the back of a Lexarian window down to these frame rails. Let me see if I can get a good picture of this. So what we have is, I'm not sure how well you can see, that frame rail, like I said, was brought in 6 inches on each side, so the whole rear end's been narrowed 12 inches. So that is a 28 by 10.5 on a 15 by 12 wheel, which is just going to look sick. This is about ride height. We do not have front wheels yet. We're still working on that. The truck is going to be Watkins Glen Gray off a 2017 Grand Sport Corvette. That's the color we're going to run. We still got a lot of bugs to work out in this thing because nobody's done it. But again, it is a J-swapped. Hopefully this doesn't make a big mess. Not sure how well you can see, but there is a J series under there. A friend of mine who does water jet stuff, He is actually in the process of cutting my intake, my adapter plate, because I'm running the Holley EFI Dominator top end 92 millimeter with the 92 millimeter LS throttle body. We're going to make our custom stainless. Basically, the manifolds are going to come forward, turbos are going to sit right behind the grill at an angle, kind of like this. We just think it looks sick with this thing running down the road, slammed on the ground. The first thing you see is twins behind the grill, and the fact that it's going to have a V6 and it's going to be hilarious anyway. We saw a bunch of these trucks, and not dogging the LS. Obviously, an LS truck would probably crap all over this, but we didn't want to do that. And my father-in-law's helped a ton on this truck, and he's had a lot of input, and we just wanted to do something so different that nobody's done it. Well, nobody's done this because you have to cut the front end out of the truck to get on the motor to fit it. And there's bugs to work out on that also. Luckily, Mark Motorsports makes an adapter, which I can't show you because it's in the truck, that this all bolts up to. And just to be sure that I've told you guys everything, I made all that. That's 3/16 plate, 1 3/4 tubing out the front. We made our own motor mounts, made our own transmission crossmember. We are going to use the TRZ 33-inch ladder bar kit, make our own drive shaft boot. It is going to be twins, Holley EFI upper with the 92 millimeter. We're still debating on water to air, or it really depends on where we can get anything in there. It's with the turbos going out the front, it's going to be pretty tight, but we actually want to drive it too, so that's another thing. But other than that, I think that pretty much covers everything. We're still looking to figure out what kind of wheels on the front. Maybe some RC Comp Exiles or Hammers or something, or maybe some welds. We're not really sure. And I'm not sure if I showed you guys, but we made a paint booth. Not sure if you can see that. So that's 8 mil plastic, and it's got 2-inch PVC in it. We could roll all that down. Basically 4 wall. That's 12 foot wide, 22 foot long. We can roll that down, and I got a fan set up that goes all the way across the back there. Drafts everything out. We've done some paint jobs in it. It's actually turned out pretty good. So that's another big thing. Everything done to this truck has been done in this shop. We've done it all ourselves. Basically just me and my father-in-law, and to him that's what hot rodding was, is getting together and figuring out how to make stuff work. And we may not be the best at it, but we looked it up and we figured out what we can do, and we made it happen. And that's a lot more than other people can say. So if there's anything you can take out of this video, anybody else can do everything that I'm doing here. This thing's going to be wicked, but don't let anybody tell you can't do any of this stuff, because people told me, and they tell me all the time, I'm an idiot and I don't know what I'm doing, and the frame's not going to work, and blah 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 blah. They don't know that I got a frame guy. They don't know that I have people looking over this to tell me if it's right or not. They don't know that I have people that ran this type of narrowed 12-inch frame in these vehicles without even putting a cage in it, which we are tying in. It'll have the halo and everything. So don't listen to the haters. I do, and it kind of gets me down sometimes, so I don't put up new videos. But if that's one of the big things. If I can do something to help you, or if there's something that would help you get forward in your project, just let me know. I'll tell you everything I know, as long as I have the time to do it. I got a little girl coming. Well, today is the end of September, and she'll be here November 10th. So things might get a little bit slower, but we're hopefully going to have it as a roller, and we're going to keep pushing forward. So don't forget to like and subscribe. I went out and got a nice camera here. I got what is this, a Nikon DSLR 3100. So if you guys want to see more stuff, we do a lot of other cool shit around here too. I got a paint setup over there. Garage is pretty big. Like I said, there's a tailgate I just painted over there. We got a pretty big area here. So again, thanks for watching VTEC S10. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn those post notifications on. Have a good night.